Hi guys, today we're going to do an interview about the Shrek musical. First up we have Mr. Hall.
Hello everybody, we're here in the auditorium with Mr. Hall. Mr. Hall, how long have you been teaching for theater?
So this is my 4th year at Andale High School and my 4th year teaching as a whole. I originally got my bachelor's degree in musical theater and then transitioned to teach after COVID when COVID sort of shut down the professional theater world. So,
why do you like your job?
I like my job because I really enjoy getting to share my passion with people, specifically students. Educational theater is a really good avenue that allows students to be creative in multiple ways, not just performing. So I get to work with kids on, painting and building and designing and costumes. And so it's really cool to see all my students sort of develop their craft, refine their craft, and then really excel with their craft as well.
What makes your cast different from last year's cast?
Absolutely. So show to show, it varies. Believe it or not, we have new students to the department. We have students that have done shows with us before. We have students ranging from ages 8 to 18. And so really what makes our cast different from past years is just the way we arrange the students to play the roles. So it's not always the same kids getting the same, big roles, singing a lot of the songs. And so from show to show, it just varies on who gets to play the character, who we think would play the character the best, and how they present themselves in auditions.
Like, what made you pick the musical Shrek?
Yeah, so anytime we pick a show, the very first thing that we do is we have to look at the students we think we have that will audition, whether they have expressed interest prior or been in shows prior. So we look at the student body we have, who can play what roles, and see, kind of judge that we could fill the needs of the show, the requirements of the show. And then we look at really what we think would push our students. So Shrek, specifically we picked because I have a big senior class. So this year I have 13 seniors who are going to be leaving us after this year. And of those seniors, almost all 13 are heavily involved in some aspect of theater. And so I knew we had kids that would be interested in designing costumes, designing makeup, designing set. And so when we picked Shrek and even our whole season, I kept that sort of thing in mind. And then I also look at what's going to challenge our students. So Shrek specifically is a very specific type of theater where we recreate what has been done, right? So Shrek itself is a pretty iconic source material. The movie is well known, the characters are well known. And so there's a different level of artistry that we have to put into it, recreating these things rather than coming up with them on our own. And so I wanted our students to be able to have the experience of recreation rather than just creation. And then also the choreography in this show is very, very, very demanding, which we've done some choreography in the past, but that was one thing I really wanted, specifically tap dancing. There's tap in this number, and that was something I really wanted to help push our students, was to find a show that would check all the boxes for what we needed with our senior class, what I thought would push the students, and who we honestly had in the department at the time.
What makes the musical different from all the other ones?
Each musical itself is so unique. The demands it has, the whole artistic process, the rehearsal process for us is very, very unique. We have the good fortune of, like I said earlier, having different students playing different types of roles, and so that dynamic changes. It would be like, a good example would be changing your football captain in the middle of the season, right? The way that captain leads their team, the way that captain strategizes is going to be different than, say, maybe somebody else on the team. And so each show itself is so unique and so different. And one of the things I love about live theater is it's never able to be recreated in the same circumstance, with the same scenarios, the same environment, the same everything. And so all those variables, rehearsal to rehearsal, day to day, performance to performance even, it can be a different show because it's never going to be the same, and it's always live and happening authentically like that. So.
Hi guys, I'm AJ. Today we cannot interview Colton Farmer because he was in choir this morning and for the rest of the week because they have an upcoming concert. So we will be writing his answers in a document down in the video. Thank you for watching.
The Shrek musical will be performed on the 8th, 9th, 11th, and 12th. Don't be late or Shrek will eat you. Thanks for watching.